All right, hi, it's Tony with Alamo Slim Clinic. Today I have Demi with me. Demi, you've lost quite a bit of weight with us so far. Do you know how much since you started?
Actually, I had to ask the last time, but I believe it's like 30
30 pounds.
pounds.
Yeah, I think you lost right around 30 pounds in a few months. So this whole video series is about is just asking people their real life experiences while they're on semaglutide. You're on semaglutide, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So first question is overall picture, are you real happy with the results so far?
definitely. At first, I will say that I'm very skeptical because I've tried other remedies, I guess you could say, besides the medicine route.
Yeah.
Um, so I wasn't sure if this was gonna. I didn't really have high expectations coming into it.
Yeah.
But I also was like, I hope it works. So, so that this would be my go-to.
Did it work right away from you, like from week 1, 2, 3, or was it some time before it kicked in?
Actually, yes, I believe the first 2 weeks I lost quite a bit, like maybe like 7 or 10 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
normally people are averaging 2 to 4 pounds a week,
Hmm.
but some people take a few weeks to get going because we start on the low dosages. But
Yeah.
some people right out the gate lose 5 pounds a week.
I also was like working out around that time too,
Yeah.
so that kind of felt like it kind of made a stepping stone more a faster route. Yeah.
A lot of people are curious about, are you just taking the shots? Are you doing any extra exercise the whole time you've been on the medicine, or come and go a little bit on the exercise?
So at the beginning, I was doing a lot of, well, maybe the first month, I was doing more cardio. But then after that, I started working, so I didn't really have time to exercise. But in throughout the work, I mean, I walk a lot at work because I work at a hospital, so
Okay.
we would do a lot of walking.
Yeah.
So there was activity happening, just not as heavy as it was at the beginning.
But most of the weight loss, the 30 pounds, you attribute to eating less, I would imagine.
Yes, it was definitely, I could see it was the nutritional side of it, or the diet, I guess you would say, versus me doing more physical activity.
So, one of the things everybody reports about the medicine is that it helps you feel full quicker and you can eat smaller portions.
Mhm.
Is that the experience you've had?
Yes. Well, for me in the morning, I just never really had a like a big appetite. It's usually for lunch, I guess, to make up for the morning, and then dinner would be the next biggest meal for me, and then I'll snack after that. Usually, I guess my vice would be snacking after dinner um, instead of just going to sleep. If I was awake. That's all I would. It was just like easier to do at that time. Yeah.
So, you cut out a lot of the snacking?
Yes, definitely. I feel like I have the substance throughout the day to
Yeah.
where I don't. For me, it was more stress eating that got me there. Not really lacking, the nutrition, or I feel like I'm not full. It was just more stress eating. And because of that, that did, well, at a point of my life right now, there's a lot of stress. So there was, because of that, it just kind of, I try to balance it out, but, the binge eating happened. And then I would try to work out, kind of balance, like to counter that, and it just felt like I was going back to square one every time.
Yeah, a lot of people before they come to do the shots have tried a lot of other diets along the way
Mm-hmm.
and go down, maybe back up and down, back up.
Yeah.
And was that your journey before coming here?
Oh, yes. I've done everything, like appetite suppressants. I've done calorie counting, um, just like the fad diets that were like keto, or like just eating this certain kind of, I don't know, vegetable for a whole, like a juice cleansing, things like that. I've tried everything on that, and I'm very dedicated as a person. So like I really am like strong and hard into like if I say I'm going to do the diet, I'm going to do it. Like there's no cheat days for me or anything. But because of the stress that came up in my life, it was just kind of counteracting on that. So it was like more. I wasn't as what's it called? I wasn't as
consistent.
Yes, consistent on it. Yeah. Mm.
So, for people that might be on the fence and afraid of these kind of medicines, any side effects or negatives that you've experienced along the way? Things that you didn't like? We want the pluses and minuses to this kind of thing.
Well, I guess the beginning it was there was a little bit of nausea, but I feel like that's normal because your body, if anytime you introduce your body to anything, it just has to adjust.
Yeah.
And I feel like it got better within time because you guys did a really good job adjusting it to like my needs, and not just going straight like full dose, or we just gradually up the dose and then did it according to like how much, am I losing more, or should we up it because of this, and you guys would always be constant on like, there was no side effects last dose or things like that.
Yeah, so. Like we worked with you along the way. Mm-hmm. We didn't just give you the vial and say good luck.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel like that helps a lot because it feels like you're just catering to that person's needs instead of just giving like a general one size fits all.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different. So.
Well, I appreciate you doing this because a lot of people are on the fence about how well it works. 30 pounds so far. I'm real proud of you. It's not like magic. You still have to, like you said, be diligent, mm-hmm. stick with eating good diet, the proteins, and low carbs. How have you found what you can eat on this medicine? Are you comfortable with? There's the restrictions, maybe staying off just a little bit of carbs and not the fatty and greasy foods?
So that's true. I do a lot of home cooked meals, so that helps a lot to control of what I'm eating. But if I do go out to eat fast food or anything like that, it's not like something that I'm like craving all the time. So when it does happen, I don't splurge like I would if it was like a cheat day or something, if I did that. So it's more like I take more consideration of what I'm eating if I am eating outside my normal diet. So pizza, I could eat one slice versus before I'd probably eat like a whole half of the pizza. Like It just feels like my body knows what it needs, or like it tells me like this is what it is. It doesn't feel like I don't feel guilty eating another slice or things like that because it feels like I'm eating what I'm supposed to eat, and it's not going to make me regret it later.
Yeah, I find that you just don't want to eat more. I mean, that's mainly you just don't want more. And before I tried the medicine, you're right. I could eat half a pizza. Now after maybe a 1.5 slice, that's it. I don't want it anymore.
And the thing is, I don't think it makes you feel like you have to eat, I don't know, just raw vegetables or something. Like you could still eat like the
normal food.
Yeah, like, food that has seasoning and things like that, like a pot pie or something. You just won't eat like the entire pot pie. Yeah.
Well, you're spot on. I appreciate you coming in and being a customer. Demi, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care, guys. Thank you.